Hey, church family, as we look forward to this 4th of July weekend, I want to provide some updates about Katie's First. This Sunday, we are having one combined joint worship service. This Sunday, 9 a.m. We'll be able to gather in person, safe, socially distancing, or you can join us on live with Facebook Live. I also wanted to provide you some reminders, just two, that I found personally beneficial in my own life as we continue to do our best navigating this unprecedented season. The first reminder I want to offer you is this. Remember and remind yourself, it's okay, it's natural that during a global pandemic like this, it's okay to have a plethora of ranging emotions and so many just different potential anxieties as a result of these uncertainties. We know as followers of Christ where our ultimate hope is absolutely. And that does call us to respond differently and live with a different motivation and confidence. But as human beings, there is a realness about what all we are facing and walking through. Think about it. Over the last few months, we've lived life in a pre-quarantine phase, a quarantine phase. Then we had a limited, hopeful post-quarantine phase. And now we find ourselves in this suggested, most recent recommended return to quarantine phase. And so there's a lot of things we're trying to navigate and make sense of. And you know, these ups and downs, they continue to have dire impact on so many areas of life. They've impacted people physically with their health, impacted people financially, and unfortunately, mental and spiritual aspects of life have not been immune either. It's okay to have these ranging emotions as a result of the season. Secondly, I want to remind you of this in light of that first reminder. For as raw and as passionate and for as differing as so many opinions are during this pandemic, I want us to remember this. Most of them, if not all of them, they come from a place of sincerity. They come from a place of honestly, genuinely trying to see how best to navigate the world around us and what we're facing. You've experienced it with friends. I've experienced it with many of you in conversation. Even members of our own family and our households. We have this ranging variety of dispositions. But we know we're honestly just doing our best to make sense of it all and see how we can best move forward. Obviously, this is something we've experienced on a number of fronts in the public arenas. Experts in their fields and in their line of authority have no consensus. And what COVID-19 has greatly highlighted is that these variations are not limited to just the political arena. I mean, on every level, literally, there is there is conflicting opinions and recommendations of how we should assess the world around us and potentially move forward. It's been the case for politicians. It's been the case for state and local authorities, all meaning well, all having different levels of inadequacies, absolutely, but it hasn't stopped there. Even within the health industry, medical experts have differing opinions and recommendations. So what do we do with this? We remember, one, that most things come from a place of sincerity. Two is that there is this variety and plethora of different dispositions. And so as a result, what we do is take the reality around us, bound to the eternal truth of God's word, and we do our best to have that reflected in our ministry schedules here at Katie's First. So I think that's what you'll see. We're continuing Sunday morning services as wise as we possibly can. Currently, we have mask orders for Harris County and Fort Bend County for commercial entities. Although we're not a commercial entity, and although our building is in Fort Bend County and not under the recommendation of Harris County's stay home, work safe, we are diligently committed. Every Sunday morning gathering, we have ample social distancing spacing, and we're also strongly encouraging and having participation in face coverings. What you saw this last Sunday is what you will see for this entire month. If you come on campus this Sunday, and we hope you do, when you're in our parking lot and you're safely distanced from other people, outside, you don't need masks. You don't need face coverings. But as you approach our building and as you come in and as you walk around in our building, in our worship center to find your seat, masks are greatly needed and they are also greatly appreciated. Me personally, as well as my staff and our team of leaders, we will be wearing face coverings while we are on campus walking around. But just similar to restaurants, when you find your seat and you're spaced out appropriately, because that's the only structure we have in place here at Katie's First, you're then allowed to take off your face covering so you can enjoy and experience the freedom of worship and the presence of God's Spirit here on campus. So that's our commitment to you. We will continue to do this. And so however you find yourself worshiping with us this Sunday, be it online with Facebook Live at 9 o'clock or in person on campus, we look forward to you joining us and experiencing all God has in store. I look forward to seeing you this Sunday. God bless you.